The people were very glad that Saul was their king. At first, he was a good king and he tried to obey the Lord. He listened to Samuel's good advice. Saul had a son named Jonathan. Saul and Jonathan fought in battles together against their enemies. The enemies would try to hurt the Israelites and take their land away. Even though Saul was a good king at first, he later started to turn away from the Lord. Once he tried to act like a priest and offer a sacrifice to the Lord. When Samuel heard about that, he was very sad and angry. He knew Saul was wrong to act like he was a priest. Only Samuel was the priest. Samuel told Saul that God would have to choose a different king. God did not want Saul to be king anymore. Sometimes the Lord had special instructions for battle. Once he told Samuel to tell Saul to fight against the Amalekites. The Amalekites had been very mean to God's people. The Lord wanted Saul to fight the Amalekites and destroy them. Saul and his army were not to take any prisoners, and they were not to bring home any of the animals. When Saul fought the battle, he did not obey the Lord. His army did not obey the Lord either. They captured the Amalekite king and the best animals. Saul was so proud of himself that he even built a monument to himself. When Samuel told Saul that he had disobeyed the Lord, Saul started making excuses. First he said he didn't do it. Then he said the soldiers did. Then he said the soldiers made him do it. Finally, Saul said that he knew he had done wrong, but Saul did not want to say he was sorry in front of all the people. Samuel was very sad. He knew that Saul was not a good king anymore. When Saul did something wrong, he couldn't even admit it. He tried to blame other people and make excuses. The Lord wants all of us to say we are sorry when we do wrong, and he wants us to admit that we did wrong and not blame others for it. Saul stopped asking Samuel for advice. Samuel never went to see Saul again.